Hey, welcome back to ScreenCrush. I'm Ryan Airy, and this is the Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle, broken down and explained. Now, we're not going to go into too much on the manga after this movie's events, but spoilers for Infinity Castle are ahead. So let's dive in. First of all, this movie is officially titled Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle Part 1, Akaza Returns. So it's only the first part in a trilogy that serves as a finale to the series. Technically, the Infinity Castle arc is the penultimate arc in the series, the final being the Sunrise Countdown arc. Although we're still unsure, most likely this trilogy released in theaters will encompass both arcs and fully conclude the Demon Slayer series. Now, Infinity Castle continues many plot lines that were sprinkled throughout the show since season 1. In the anime, these plot lines were either really vague or barely touched upon, so honestly, it could be pretty confusing going into the movie full throttle. So let's start with the Ubayashiki family. The movie begins with the Demon Slayers falling through the Infinity Castle. All the Hashira mourn Kaigaku Ubayashiki, the previous master of the core. The master finally came face to face with Muzan at the end of the last arc, which by the way we covered completely in our recap video. You should watch it, it's very good. He explains the Ubayashiki curse that arose from having a demon born from the family.
A demon has recently emerged from your family's bloodline. Commit yourselves from here on out to eliminating that manifestation.
Even after centuries of marrying the daughters of priests, anybody with the name Ubayashiki doesn't live past age 30. The only thing that will save them is defeating Muzan. Finally, turning the tide in this fight, the Ubayashiki family makes a drastic move. Kaguya, his wife Amane, and 2 of their daughters agree to sacrifice themselves in order to trap Muzan for the Demon Slayers. Now, this leaves us thinking the Ubayashiki family is no more. But, as we see in Infinity Castle, there are 3 still living children: Kiriya, Kuina, and Kanata. The 3 kids map out the Infinity Castle, aiding the rest of the Demon Slayers and trying to predict where Muzan is hiding. At the forefront is Kiriya. He's one of 5 kids, and the only son of Kaguya and Amane. With Kaguya's passing, he is the next master of the Demon Slayer Corps. Now, we've actually seen Kiriya before back in season 1 during final selection.
You've come to enter the Demon Slayer Corps' final selection.
At that time, he dressed more feminine. Now, this is most likely because dressing as a girl would have helped disguise his identity as the potential next heir of the Corps and lead to fewer demon attacks on the Ubayashiki family. Teaming up with the benevolent demons, the Ubayashiki siblings use Yushiro's blood art on the communication crows to locate all the Slayers and remaining demons. So this leads us straight into the fight with Doma.
I see.
Back in the Entertainment District arc, we saw Doma as the previous upper rank 6, giving blood to Gyutaro and Daki.
Maybe you'll be a 12 Kizuki like me.
Rising to upper rank 2, Doma has shown his prowess at killing.
Has there ever been a time I didn't meet your expectations, my lord?
And an airy cheeriness, much to the chagrin of the rest of the upper ranks. And Muzan himself.
Keep your wretched eyeballs. I have no need for them.
His status as a cult leader was also nodded to at the beginning of the Swordsmith Village arc.
Your disciples have just arrived.
But we dive deeper into his backstory in the Infinity Castle. Born to leaders of the Eternal Paradise faith, baby Doma was made into the cult's figurehead. Disciples would ask the child leader for advice and blessings on money, love, and other life struggles. Due to his apathy and confusion for human emotions, Doma found these pleas really boring and delusional. When he turned 20, Muzan offered him blood, and Doma became a little freak who liked eating people. His new mission in the cult was to eat his disciples, convinced that it would help them end their suffering and enter paradise. Now, this is what he tells Shinobu before killing her and absorbing her into his body.
No, I'm still sad. It didn't work.
Shinobu's apprentice, Kanao, makes it just in time before seeing her mentor give a final signal and perish, leaving Kanao to face off against Doma. Now, this is an interesting matchup for several reasons. Not only is it because of the symbolism of a girl avenging her adopted sisters against a demon who primarily feeds on women, but it's also their experience with emotion or lack thereof. Both Doma and Kanao have lived apathetic lifestyles. Like we saw in season 1, Kanao grew up in an abusive household and repressed her emotions to the point of dissociating as a defensive mechanism.
But then one day, I heard a snapping sound, and I never knew pain again.
She was unable to make decisions by herself until she met the Kocho sisters.
Next time you're on your own, flip this coin to help you make a choice.
Similar to the Kamado siblings, Kanao could have become a demon just like Doma if things had worked out just a little differently. The key difference leading to their diverging paths are, like the previous master said, the sense of entitlement and human will. Even as a kid, Doma had the world at his feet and believed everyone to be dim-witted because of their hope for a better life. Aside from Muzan, he always had a condescending air when speaking to anyone. Kanao, on the other hand, came from nothing, not even a name.
She doesn't have a name, all right. She never got one.
It was through her time with the Kocho siblings, the Butterfly Girls, and Tanjiro that she slowly began to gain back her will and passion.
Tanjiro's asleep, so please be quiet! You need to hang on tight!
A lot of what makes up these upper-ranked demons are a sense of entitlement or the idea of unearned power without consequences. This is especially true to the next demon we see, Kaigaku, the new Upper Moon 6. Now, we first saw Kaigaku in Season 1 during Zenitsu's backstory.
Any effort spent on you is an absolute waste of time.
Ever so brash and cruel, Kaigaku would admonish Zenitsu for being so outwardly cowardly and resent the fact that their thunder-breathing master deemed them both to be his successors, despite Zenitsu not being able to complete all the breathing techniques. But as much as he boasted about his strength, Kaigaku was internally extremely spineless and selfish. In the letter from the Hashira training arc, Zenitsu finds out that their thunder-breathing master committed seppuku due to his student's choice to become a demon. When offered blood from Upper Moon 1, Kaigaku immediately bowed to his strength, turning back on humanity to save his own skin. Now, this shouldn't be news to us because we have seen him act in this self-serving way before. In the Hashira training arc, during Guillaume's backstory, we actually see Kaigaku as one of the children in his orphanage. After being caught stealing from the temple, Kaigaku runs into a demon and, surprise, surprise, offers up the other orphans and Guillaume to save his own skin. So this leads to a massacre at the temple and Guillaume falsely imprisoned for murder.
But these are children we're talking about. All they can do is think of themselves.
Zenitsu and Kaigaku's face-off really demonstrates the inverse nature of these two characters. Kaigaku's outward arrogance and audacity masks his frail principles and timid heart, while Zenitsu's notable cowardice doesn't overpower his perseverance and loyalty to his loved ones. Until he became a demon, Zenitsu always regarded Kaigaku as an older brother, no matter how cruel he was to him.
Good for nothing. Any effort spent on you is an absolute waste of time.
Zenitsu defeats Upper Moon 6 with a new thunder-breathing technique, bringing pride to his teacher. Yushiro administers first aid to Zenitsu. Now you'll notice that he's now donning a Demon Slayer uniform. Yushiro is still the only demon to be created by Lady Tamayo and has no ill intention. To maintain his safety, he now blends in with the rest of the Corps, hiding his demon status and prioritizing healing the rest of the Corps members. So this leads to the next major upper rank fight. Now, like the title suggests, this movie mainly focuses on the return of Akaza and his rivalry with Tanjiro. For a quick refresher, Akaza was the upper-ranked demon who showed up at the end of the Mugen Train arc. His last fight with Rengoku was when the other Flame Hashira denied his offer to be a demon and made his final stand. This urges Tanjiro to call out his fear of the sun and demon slayers. After being berated by Muzan, Akaza pummels the sword Tanjiro shot at his neck and vows to make him pay.
I'm going to save her, tearing you limb from limb!
While reuniting with Tanjiro and meeting Giyu, the Water Hashira, Akaza suggests Giyu to become a demon, making the same offer that he did to Rengoku. Obviously denying this offer, the three prepare for a showdown. Now while fighting, we can see just how much of Rengoku's spirit is reflected in Tanjiro, becoming a mirror of Akaza's previous fight with the Flame Hashira.
It is the duty of those born strong to help those who may be less fortunate.
Tanjiro also uses Rengoku's Flame Guard on his new sword, keeping his spirit alive. During the fight, Tanjiro has to reach the transparent world. To gain access, Tanjiro remembered his father's Hinokami Kagura dance. The Kagura was revealed to be the sun-breathing technique in disguise.
Not only is it the first one ever to be created, it's the most powerful one as well.
It was demonstrated by Tanjiro's father to be like any other breathing technique, having to do it thousands of times to get the movement down before doing it with ease forever. Later, we see Akaza's backstory. Akaza's past is really notable because it shows just how much his perceptions were twisted after becoming a demon. Like many pairings in Demon Slayer, Rengoku and Akaza can be considered as foils. One is honorable and believes the strong should protect the weak, while the other believes the weak should suffer for their inferiority. But by looking at his backstory, you can see how Akaza was once similar to Rengoku. His incredible resolve to protect the ones he loves, even if it means getting hurt, parallels both Tanjiro and the former Flame Hashira's motives. His obsession obsession with growing stronger stemmed from not being able to protect his loved ones and despising the humans who disgracefully wronged him. But even as a demon, he still has remnants of his past life, whether or not it was willing. You can see that his fiance's hairpin influenced the shape and designs of his compass needle technique, and the martial arts fighting style was influenced by his dojo master. The fight ends when Akaza realizes he wants an honorable death to hell and mutilates himself. The rest of the upper ranks sense his demise. Upper Moon 1 teases Akaza's last words to him, which we saw at the beginning of the Swordsmith Village arc.
I understand I'm going to kill you if it's the last thing I do.
With the main fight of the movie wrapped up, we're still left with many battles and character matchups for the rest of the trilogy. The next movie will be focusing on Kanao's battle with Doma to avenge her sisters and all the victims that he left in his wake. Inosuke is running through the changing halls, similar to how he did at the Suzumi mansion.
Coming through!
Now, we still have yet to see who Tokito and Guillaume will go up against. Based on Tokito's heritage of sun-breathing users, a probable matchup would be against Upper Moon 1. Given that he looks identical to the renowned swordsman, apart from the 6 creepy eyes on his face, it is very likely that we'll explore more of their backstory and family connection. We also have yet to see Obanai and Mitsuri's battle, given that we know about Obanai's feelings for her.
If they get ripped, then I'll give you a new pair.
We can expect a flashy fight with them professing their love, or, a horrible death in a typical Demon Slayer fashion. The movie ends with the rest of the Demon Slayers scattered across the lair trying to stay alive and find Muzan. All of these plot lines will be explored next year in the second part of the Infinity Castle arc. So guys, that's the ending explained for you. Huge shout out to Srinidhi Rao who wrote this video. You can find her social links below. And of course, let us know what you think about this on all of our socials down in the comments on Twitter, Blue Sky Threads, or a free to join Discord server. And if it's your first time here, I am begging you, I'm begging you, please subscribe and smash that bell for alerts. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy.